Yo, Everyday Superpower, the place where you learn about body language, game, attraction, repulsion, everything in between, all the good stuff, yeah? Let's talk. We got two links in the description of this video. One of them will take you to my catalog of body language where you will learn how to read people from top to bottom from the moment you lay eyes on them, okay? That's the game right there. It's a YouTube playlist. You won't be paying a penny. Second to that, Patreon. That's the second link. That's the real game. I'll teach you how to observe, internalize, and live your life with a superpower on that page, alright? We're going to watch real date footage and I will show you the attraction, repulsion cues, everything in between, alright? We're going to go through that. We're going to internalize it. You will apply that to your day-to-day life. You will recognize the patterns and your survival mechanism will just be like, whoa, we need to learn this information so we're never rejected again. I don't want to be expelled from society. So click that link if you want the real game. Now, moving onwards, we're talking about communication. We're talking about attraction. We're talking about developing and entertaining a very deep personal connection with others. So this goes above and beyond, you know, sexual relation. This is friendship as well as anything else. But you know, we do like to add the whole attraction, lens onto things. That's what you people want, so that's what you get. So I've made a little note to talk about when you know a girl well, you will start to speak your own language. Okay, that'll consist of inside jokes and inside references and knowledge of each other that the outside world is unaware of. And that will create such an incredible intimacy and value to your relationship, okay? If you know more about somebody than the next person, they will feel seen by you. They will feel deep in the throes of your communications and conversations because they find somebody who is empathetic and understanding and can see through their eyes as opposed to the next person who just waits for their turn to talk, if you know where I'm coming from. I'm incredibly intrigued by other people and I would much rather hear somebody express to me who they are than me tell them about me because I've got nothing to gain from that particular situation. I'm not trying to impress no one, and you best believe the majority of the world do that. Okay, I've been on a date with. I've been on. Let's be real. I've been on a double date. Yeah, I've been on a double date, and this guy shot himself in the foot because we would talk about anything, and he would butt in about something about himself to the point where the girl started giving him digs, saying, "All right, conversation's back to you now. Then I guess." You know what I mean? I would go as far as saying aggressive as opposed to passive aggressive. I mean, it was said in a jokey manner, but the message was communicated well. It was well understood. We can't go around just talking about ourselves 24/7. So when we listen and we observe and we get in the skin of the other people, we can allow ourselves to communicate on a deeper level. And what you will find is as you start to entertain them from a superficial standpoint, when they tell you about what they've done in their day to day, where they tell you where they got their jacket from, where they got their nails done, all this and that. It won't be an incredible amount of time before you're starting to learn about their family, when you're starting to learn about their, real interests, when you start to learn about their background, their problems in their lives, this, that, and the third, okay? As a way, you will become a degree of therapist because you will be able to provide a communication that nobody else can, an understanding that nobody else can. I mean, I don't know if you've heard about it, but I hear it time and time again that everybody's falling in love with their therapist, right? Freud was mad on it. He would speak to his clientele and they would all fall in love with him because he obtained the position of dominance first and foremost, and the fatherly figure, okay? And in Freud's world, that's an ever so important role to play, right? Because once a woman is grown and left the house, where's she going to find that attachment again? She needs to find it elsewhere because a lot is lacking in her life now that has been there since the get-go. Or perhaps wasn't there before and maybe she craves biologically that you possess qualities of a father, not only for her children, but for her. So, as you continue talking, you can reference little things which show you care, which show that you have listened. And on the flip side, if you find that they're doing that to you, I mean, you don't have to outwardly be thankful, although I am. I say I appreciate you for remembering that because it means a lot to me that you would do so. I don't say it every time, but you clock onto the fact and you think, wow, she was paying attention, she was listening, she must be interested in what I have to say, and she must be interested in me because she didn't just forget about that fine detail. She's just spoken to me words which I said to a T. She's rephrased what I've said exactly 1 week back, 2 weeks back. That must have meant something. That must have been an impactful statement I made. And then we can go from there. We have a further understanding with who this person is, what they're interested in, and what they deem attractive and worth listening to and worth remembering when it comes to us. You know? It's incredibly important. And as I said, you will start to develop this inner world. You will start to create this means of discussion and communication with each other that shuts everybody else out. It's just you and her. You'll be able to joke about things nobody understands. You will be able to um, give each other that of us which nobody else can do. I'm a very big fan of a woman being submissive, not to a degree where it's wholly and truly in like a BDSM standpoint, but I appreciate the gift of fine attention and care, all right? When we talk about the fatherly figure, let's talk about the motherly figure. I would love a woman to look after me, such as my mother did, when she could do so. I'm a grown man now. I have to find independence, and so I live my life as an independent man, but to have them boxes checked by the woman that comes into my life, I find is an incredibly beautiful thing. My inner child absolutely loves it. So when I talk about these things with a woman and give her insight into who I am and what I'm worth, and she acts in that manner in confidence, that not only is she pleasing me, but she's pleasing herself because that's who she is. Have you seen the depth of connection we have in comparison to if I was to just talk about myself all day, or if I was to, you know, exist on this, small talk, playing this discomfort of actually wanting to get to know someone on a serious basis? We have to be serious with our communications and we have to show incredible interest in people. And it's not that we have to show it, we have to genuinely adore it, okay? We have to love our next person. It's such a fantastic thing. If you are to get good at anything, get good at engaging with people because then your future will be ever so bright. You will have leverage over every situation because you know whatever happens, it's not going to be that bad because I am gifted at the art of communication and I am gifted through talking to people, engaging with people, understanding who they are, reading them to a T, to a point where I can enhance their life, whether it be through having somebody to speak to, or having somebody fulfill their desires, or having anything in between. When you listen and you communicate, it won't be long until you find out where she wants to go for her first date. She won't tell you to take her there. Well, she might do, it depends on the person, but she will let you know very well what she's interested in, where she will go, and where you should take her. And if she didn't want you to know, she wouldn't tell you, or she wouldn't make it clear. If it comes to mind where you think, oh, I could do that, then she's indirectly influenced you and told you that that's what the future holds and where you should go. If she has told you what alcohol she likes to drink, if she has told you what food she likes, what snacks she likes, understand these are all incredible things you need to dial in. And you need to treat the person on that. And you should be fearless in understanding that, you know, it's 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 good to be good. We're not walking around like bad men. We're self-assured. We are honest men. We are comfortable in our own skin, men. We don't have to overcompensate, men. We just look after those who look after us and those who give us a bit of their time in an honest manner that we can identify. Not small talk, not shrugging us off, not having to deal with us for the sake of they have to deal with us. If they have a genuine interest in us and showcase that, and they speak with depth to us and are confident and comfortable in doing so, we must give back through one way or another because it's worth the thanks, and we create this undercurrent of connection that nobody else will have. And have you seen where I'm coming from here? We could portray this as friendship. We can do this with friends, yeah? We're not pretending. We are simply listening and we are simply paying attention and we are simply pleasing, but not as a means as to where we have to be a people pleaser because we still have our own standards, boundaries and limitations. We don't get walked upon. If anything, we are the hardest people to be walked on because we are so observant and perceptive of another's behavior and ulterior motives that it never happens to us. So, considering they know that about us, because it's clear we are perceptive and observational, because that's clear, then our time, our investment, and what we have to give is worth so much more than the next person because they know that we don't have to do that. Because we have something special and because I'm investing in you one on one, this directly. Aren't you special? On that note, I'm signing out. Click like, click subscribe, keep in touch. Peace.